What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This will be my first TBR video. I'm so excited. We will be picking from the teapot today. This is my second video on YouTube. If you haven't watched my booktube newbie tag, make sure to go back and watch that one. Get to know me a little bit and comment something about yourself too, so I can get to know you. This will be my first picking from a jar sort of TBR. I've always built TBRs for myself, just monthly, what kind of moods I'm in, what kind of books are on my radar. I'll put those on a list every month. I've done that for almost a year, I think, and I've actually stuck to it pretty well. So I think this will be pretty successful for me, but time will tell for sure. Oh, I'm a little sore today. If you watched my last video, you know that I currently work at a library and we had our annual book sale 2 days ago. I am in northern Utah. It was 98 degrees that day. The tables of books were outside in the sun. My body hurts still. So if you hear me grunting and stuff, because I am so sore still. It was a rough shift. Very successful. People are wild for discount books. So it was crazy. It was my first book sale. So let's start with our first prompt. What am I hoping for? I'm kind of coming out of my summer romance. I read, like a lot of people, I read a lot of romance in the summertime. Kind of coming off of that and wanting to read more fantasy, literary fiction, dark academia, the classic fall vibes, cozy. So I've just loaded this up with that kind of stuff. There are a couple romances still on here that kind of give me fall vibes. So let's see if we draw them. There are a couple beasts on here, so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit intimidated by those, but the jar will decide, not I. So let's get started. I think I'm going to pick for my first one, let's go with lucky number 7. Okay, typically right now I am reading about an average of 12 books a month, so that still gives me a little wiggle room. I've read 8 this month. That is my lowest in quite a while. I am kind of feeling slumpy. I'm not in a full-on slump by any means, but the last few books I've read, I'm just dragging on. They've taken me a lot longer than normal to read. So I'm hoping that doesn't continue and I am not headed for a slump right when I pull my first TBR. You guys will be the first to know. Okay, so let's pull our first prompt from the TBR. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I wonder if I could clip this on and make it easier. Hopefully you guys can still hear me that way. I like this teapot too because I can't see inside, so there's not really any way to cheat. I've loaded this up with a lot of prompts. So let's see here. An award winner. Do I have any award winners on my show? I'm sure that I do. I'm gonna have to do some research. Grab my phone real quick and see. One second, guys. Let's see what we got on here. Oh, well, I am sure this one is an award winner, right? Fahrenheit 451, also on banned booked lists as of late, so gotta support. Let's look to see what awards that one has won. Academy of Arts and Letters Award, Commonwealth Club of California Gold Medal, Prometheus Hall of Fame. Yeah, I kind of figured. So this is our first choice. Let's see. Ooh, I bet Truman Capote's In Cold Blood. This has been on my shelf for such a long time. Oh, there's a little bookmark in it. This is a good book for this time of year, right? So going into fall, I think this would be a great read. Let me see if that one's won any awards real quick. Cold Blood Awards. Edgar Award in 1966 for Best Fact Crime Novel. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so those are our 2 right now. Nothing else is really jumping out to me as like a obvious award winner. A lot of these are newer, or a good chunk of them are, so I don't think that would have happened yet, but I am going to just choose between these 2. Neither of these are particularly chipper reads, but I think I'm going to gravitate more towards a crime. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pick In Cold Blood for this one, just strictly because of the time of year. My interest is about the same for each of these, but for time of year, for the vibes, I think I'm going to go for this one right now. So that is our first one for an award winner In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. Let's go ahead and pick our second prompt. A thriller. Ooh, that's a good one for this time of year too. Do I have a thriller on my TBR down here? I don't think that I do. Is Mindhunter considered thriller? Ooh, you know what? One second, let me check my shelves. I think I have one behind me that is speaking to me. Hold on a sec. So I found a couple on my shelves. Now, one of them, I am very popular thriller author. I've only read, Lisa Joel has honestly been hit or miss for me. I really loved None of This Is True by her. That's my most recent read of hers. I really enjoyed that one. I loved the podcast element, and I've since kind of gone down that rabbit hole of finding more thrillers that have that podcast element. So I really enjoy that aspect. I had known nothing about this, and that's kind of honestly how I like to go into my thrillers. One that I haven't liked by Lisa Joel is And Then There Were None, and then there was none. I really found that one pretty flat. Like it felt flat for me. It wasn't very thrilling in my opinion. But like I said, I have loved books by this author too. So third time's a charm. If I decide on this one, we'll see how this one ranks. The next one, fun fact, I started this years ago. This was before the Golden State Killer was identified, right before that. And I actually had to put this down because it was giving me nightmares. Do I think it might be the same experience? Sure, it could be. I just, for some reason, I read a lot of thrillers, watched a lot of scary movies, so that was kind of a new experience for me. This is still one. I've still kept this on my shelf because it intrigues me so much. I find it so fascinating. It's not just the story itself, but the story behind the author, Michelle McNamara, who passed away sadly before this was published. She was Patton Oswalt's wife. She just kind of became obsessed with this case and wrote a book on it. Wasn't able to finish it. I believe her husband finished it for her. And sadly, she wasn't able to see what came of it and that they were able to identify who this sick bastard was. But yeah, this one has always intrigued me. I've always wanted to pick it back up. And again, the vibes, Halloween, it's dark, creepy. And I know that this one is probably more true crime-esque in that genre, but I think it's a genre bending book. And from what I remember, it was thrilling. So I think I'm drawn to this one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. That's book number 2 for a thriller. Okay, prompt number 3 is, it's getting stuck together. A sci-fi book. I definitely don't have any of those on. This one is dystopian. I think I have one, Station 11, up on my shelf upstairs. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen. I believe that one's classified as sci-fi. Yeah, science fiction, dystopian fiction, post-apocalyptic. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pick Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This one has been on my shelf for quite a while too. It's not a very long read. I think it would be a really interesting read. Yeah, let's go ahead and add Station 11 as my sci-fi read. Oh, 3. So 4 more. Book number 4 will be a library book. Ooh, that's a good one. I've recently, the last couple days, been inundated with Libby Holds and stuff. So let's see. Ooh, you know what? This one I've been wanting to add this one. This is an art from my library. It has not released yet, so I'm kind of twisting that a little bit, but I really wanted to add this month. The October Film Haunt by Michael Wehunt. Listen to who has blurbed this book. Okay, this is kind of insane. I believe this is a debut horror book. I could be wrong. Stephen Graham Jones has blurbed it. Paul Tremblay, Nick Cutter, Nat Cassidy. Like, that is an insane lineup of Stephen Graham Jones. The horror is palpable, timely, and sticky. Ooh, how can one pen have this many good lines in it? Paul Tremblay, a rabbit punch of a novel, so unique and steeped in 21st century paranoia and dread. Ooh, yikes. Will dig a hole in you, plant roots, and grow. Jeez, rock me to sleep, why don't you? Nick Cutter said that. Nat Cassidy. Feels like a cursed tape you're not sure you should have watched, but can't bring yourself to stop. It's giving The Ring, right? Like, if you've seen The Ring. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and add the October film haunt. I would like to get a review up for this one before it releases. The last week of September, I believe this releases. I am hoping for good things with a lineup like that. So more to come on this one. Very excited to add this to my TBR. So that's 3 more. Multiple point of views. You know what? I've been wanting to add this one too. And I believe this is from 3 women. I love V.E. Schwab, one of my favorite authors. So surprised I haven't picked this one yet. I think I was just waiting for the vibes. Got a signed edition when it came out. Toxic Sapphic Vampires. Say less. Okay. I'm very excited for this one. Yeah. Sabine. So we've got multiple POVs in this one. So excited. That's an easy win. I'll take it. 5th book on the TBR. Next, let's try to get some bottom. A 5-star prediction. Ooh, that last one would have been one for sure. Right out of the gate, definitely like really highly anticipated to be 5 stars for me. The Will of the Many by James Islington. So excited. I believe I have the audiobook for this one waiting too. Again, was waiting for the fall. Man, or the last 2 are chonkers. But nevertheless, I am so excited. I believe the next one is coming out somewhat soon, right? Again, might be mistaken in that, but if memory serves, I believe it's coming out somewhat soon. I think I'm going to save us some time and just go ahead and pick this one. It's giving dark academia. A young fugitive uncovers layered mysteries, world-changing secrets in this new fantasy series. Yeah, all the vibes. Okay, mysteries, secrets, an academy. Yeah, done. We've got a winner. Okay, 5-star prediction. Will of the Many. You heard it here first. No, you didn't, because so many people love this book. I hope I am one. So excited for Will of the Many. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one for September TBR. Please be a good one. Please be a good one. What am I hoping for this one? You know what? We've got a pretty heavy, there's nothing super lighthearted in here. It's all pretty dark, which I'm a fan of, to be honest, but I'm kind of hoping for maybe something a little lighter. Let's see. Will it deliver? A neurodivergent author. I have no idea. I'm going to have to think on this one for a minute. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see if Barry's Secret Society of Irregular Witches is a neurodivergent author. Is Sangu Mandana. Ooh, Beginner's Luck. Wow, hello, lips. Neurodivergent adult with OCD and depression. I mean, I don't know why I said that so excitedly. Don't love that they have depression, but as someone who has struggled with anxiety and depression, still battles it, I'm excited for this one. I've heard nothing but great things. I have the second one on my shelf as well. So if I love it, you can jump right in. It's not super long, supposed to be warm and cozy and just hopeful. I think this is a great addition and wrap up to my September TBR. Yay. Let's take a look at what we've got. Wow. Ooh, it's not a small stack by any means. But like I said, I think with the help of some audiobooks, some immersive reads, I think this is doable. So it's these 6 as well as Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Very stoked. Is this like a fall TBR or is this not a fall TBR? Wow, we're kicking off the season right, and I'm so excited for it. I am so here for it, here for the vibes. Let me know if you read any of these, your thoughts. I hope you loved them. I hope I loved them. I am so excited. Thank you for watching. I'm going to set these down because my body hurts. Thank you for watching the end of my very first TBR video. What a success. Is that beginner's luck? Am I jinxed for next time? I hope not. Let's not put those vibes out there, okay? If you made it to the end, comment a jack-o'-lantern, please. All the fall vibes, please. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.